I am very seasonal when it comes to the records I listen to. And today feels like the perfect day for this. Fellow Kiss fans, welcome to It's All For You Demon, celebrating the fun of being a Kiss fan. My name is Rick. Welcome to the Wax Night Basement. Tonight, wanted to talk about collecting and rabbit holes and falling down them, and rabbit holes you have found yourself down in. And one rabbit hole I have found myself in as of late, the past few weeks, colored vinyl. Let's talk that tonight. Now, these are not new in any way, shape, or form, but they are new to me in the basement, and I just kind of wanted to explain how I fell into this rabbit hole and why I like it so much. My friend Chuck got me Hot in the Shade and Hotter Than Hell for Christmas. I have fancied the colored vinyl, and he pulled the plug and got me, basically threw me down this rabbit hole. Now, the Dynasty, I had actually been wanting the Dynasty since like last fall, and once Chuck presented these to me as a wonderful, gracious, very nice Christmas present, I went ahead and pulled the plug on Dynasty the same night, because you never know if it's going to sell out, so I wanted to get it, add it to my collection. And the vinyl itself really does pop when you bring it out of the sleeve and look at it under light. That translucent blue, it is a lot clearer than I thought it would be. And that's, you know, it's just fun. An album that's close to your heart, to be able to have a new version of that record. No new songs, no new mix, but just a different version to add to your collection is super fun. This is the reason I have fallen down the colored vinyl rabbit hole. It's the fun. The album does come in the original sleeve with the lyrics on the back. Hot in the Shade is one of those records I have never actually run across in the wild. My only other copy of Hot in the Shade on vinyl had to get off eBay. Never ever saw this record in the wild. So, another good add to the collection. Next up, Dynasty, because I'm going to save Hotter Than Hell for the last, because it's going to tie into kind of my next topic. But Dynasty, the one that I put off since the fall ordering, and I absolutely love. I took my hype stickers off and I actually stuck them on the album cover. Something I would have done when I was 15, still do it when I'm 45. But I absolutely love this record. This record is tied with my number one favorite record of all time, Rock and Roll Over. So it's very safe to say that Dynasty is probably my all-time favorite Kiss record. Tied with my number one, Rock and Roll Over and Dynasty are my two favorite albums of all time. And depending upon the day of the week, it goes back and forth. But tonight, winter, I'm going to say Dynasty, my all-time favorite Kiss record. And Dynasty is a huge winter record for me, a huge holiday Christmas record for me. And this vinyl is absolutely Christmas amazing fun, and I absolutely love it. I absolutely love the colored Dynasty vinyl. To me, it's all fun, and man, I love this. And it does come with the original sleeve and poster. Can't beat that. So lastly, I wanted to talk Hotter Than Hell. Very cool colored vinyl, most definitely. Now, there was no special inner sleeve for Hotter Than Hell, as the original didn't have a dust sleeve besides the Casablanca, like paper dust sleeve. But the vinyl itself is beautiful, especially with that blue Casablanca label on there. Man, That is super pretty and another great addition to the colored vinyl collection. However, I did want to talk the color of the Hotter Than Hell vinyl. And the reason I wanted to discuss the color of the Hotter Than Hell vinyl, that orange, is that I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, is the same exact color they used for Rock and Roll Over colored vinyl. Which brings me to my last point. What I wish would be done with Kiss colored vinyl. We all remember Kiss World. Super fun, greatest hits. How cool is it to have Unholy and Shandy on the same record? Pretty fun album to listen to. And when they said there was going to be a colored vinyl, it was going to be yellow and red swirled. Well, that swirl job is lame. And here's a glimpse of both records. I mean, that is just a horrible, like, I wouldn't even consider that swirl. It is what it is, but to me, not a hugely cool colored swirl vinyl. And what I wish the band would do is follow in the footsteps of Waxwork Records. Now, I fell down the Waxwork Records rabbit hole a few years back, and I have loved almost every one of their releases. So much fun. They put a lot of love and care into their design and into their product. I mean, look at that cover. How fun is that? Got that 3D sort of sticker effect on the Friday the 13th cover. Delicious art on the Creepshow cover. Same with Creepshow 2. Did it like a comic book. Also some great art inside as well as documentation of the movie. Same with Salem's Lot. Amazing artwork. Amazing gatefold. But what's even better is their colored vinyl. Creepshow, I ended up getting the Father's Day cake colored vinyl, and I mean, how much fun is that? That is what a splattered record should look like. It should look like that. It should actually be splattered. That is a good job. And Creepshow 2, if you're familiar with the episode in Creepshow 2 called The Raft, you are familiar with the pond and the oil slick that's chasing the kids around. Well, they designed the vinyl as an oil slick on pond water. How amazingly fun is that? Friday the 13th Part 3 was in 3D. So what do you do to release a double record? You release them as 3D glasses. And Salem's Lot, just another fine example of what a splattered record should look like. And I know the band themselves do not have a lot of input into these colored vinyl releases. They're not even like promoting these. This is all Universal. It's all their decision to release these and do special edition colored vinyl. I get it, but man, put like a fan in charge of this. Do something that fans would want. Rock and Roll Over is the perfect example. Rock and Roll Over has such an amazing cover. You could have done a splattered vinyl, translucent splattered vinyl on that. Make the album orange, but add in red, blue, purple, and green. That was the first time we ever saw a glimpse of a hint to those solo album colors. Do it upright and do a translucent, splattered, colored vinyl release for Rock and Roll Over. You could do the same for Asylum. Asylum uses those solo album colors. Do it upright. Have some fun. Be like the Kiss My Wax guys when they did that Ace Frehley album just recently. They did it upright. Cool cover, cool record, cool gatefold, cool poster. Do it upright. I know it costs more. It's going to cost people more to buy it, but we're all collectors and we'll buy it. We'll give you our money. So thank you for hanging with me tonight. Thank you for waxing rock and roll nostalgia with me here in the Wax Night basement. What's a like what's a concentrated album rabbit hole that you found yourself in? Like one album that you'll just pick up no matter what. Like no matter how many copies of Destroyer you have, you see one in the racks, you buy it. What is the one album you have a rabbit hole for? Mine would possibly be Alive 2 or Destroyer. Please. Mine would be Alive 2 or Dynasty. Those are the two records I have the most of. I think I have 4 copies each of those. One being the Alive 2 misprint that I will never, ever, ever find again. But those would be the two, so I think my answer would be a Dynasty rabbit hole. In fact, I may have to indulge in that rabbit hole and just start picking up a Dynasty every time I see it. Let's see how many albums we can amass in our collection. What's the one album rabbit hole you either are in or fancy? Leave those comments down below. Let's celebrate the fun of being a Kiss fan down in those comments. Thank you for hanging with me. If you'd like to be a pen pal, information below. Be good to your babies. Spay, neuter. What's that? What? Spay, neuter, microchip, and be run over by a dog. Thank you for hanging with me. Take care. Be safe. We'll talk to you soon. Good cop, bad cop. Good cop, bad cop. Good cop,